Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. This is going to be games I recently completed, which I've not done since I believe the 12th of January. I looked back at my old videos, 12th of January when I did some games I completed in 2016. That was at a point where I'd stored up so many games that I'd completed, and instead of doing quick reviews, I decided just to put them all into one video because I forgot a lot about the games, so I didn't really feel like I could do them justice doing a quick review. So the same things kind of happen, guys. I just don't really feel like doing quick reviews anymore. I'd rather just stick them all in one video like this every couple of months and make games I've recently completed. Or maybe make it like a monthly thing, once a month, instead of once every 3 months. Maybe once a month, but I'll have obviously less games. Because I would say on average it usually takes me about 2 weeks to complete a game, because I usually just jump from game to game. It's very rare I ever stick to one game. I'm just that kind of person that likes to play different consoles, different genres, not just stick with the one game. So but anyway, yeah, I've got a few games here, like I say, since January. I have got a PS2 game. I did mention in my work vlog that I've not got PS2 games. I've not been playing many PS2 games, but there is one I played through, so we'll get to that. But it's mostly PS3 games, guys, with a couple of PS1 games thrown in. So yeah, this might be a longish video. We'll see what happens. I hope the lighting in here is decent as well. So yeah, guys, let's get on with it, shall we? So no particular order, we'll go with a PS3 game, and we'll go with Spec Ops: The Line on PS3. So the case is a bit battered, you can probably tell. Spec Ops: The Line, yeah, I played for this game, and I've got to say, guys, this was a really good game. I had a lot of, high expectations going into it, because a lot of people said the story is really good. And to be honest, I agree. The story in this game is absolutely fantastic. In my opinion, really good characters. Amazing setting, you're in deserts and things. Oh, where the hell was it? Dubai, I think it was. I'm sure it was Dubai. Yeah, Dubai. So yeah, it's really sandy and stuff. You can shoot windows and that, and you'll see the sand come pouring in to bury enemies and stuff. Just absolute amazing setting, in my opinion. Decent enough soundtrack as well. There's Hush by Deep Purple, which in my opinion is a pretty decent song. I do like that. Like I say, characters, really good. Gameplay itself seems, pretty good as well. It's a third-person shooter. I don't know why I actually thought it was going to be a first-person shooter, but yeah, a third-person shooter where you basically control a guy, but you can control your teammates as well. You can tell them to attack, a certain enemy. You can get them to take cover, all that kind of thing. So I don't really want to spoil it too much, guys, or I don't want to spoil it at all. But yeah, this story's got multiple choices, like 5 or 6 times in the game. You have to make a decision whether you choose one option or the other, and each option's got consequences and stuff. So it's one of those things that'll really get you thinking. You'll kind of sit there wondering what choice to make, because the choices can be really difficult, in my opinion. So I'd definitely like to play for this again at some point. Do the other choices to see what happens, what things change. But yeah, overall, guys, I would say this is a really good game. Spec Ops: The Line. Really surprised I've not made any more Spec Ops games, to my knowledge, unless I've made something on PC or something. But yeah, Spec Ops: The Line. This game is absolutely fantastic, guys. If you're a fan of third-person shooters, or even shooters in general, I'd highly recommend checking this out. Like I say, really good setting, good characters, good story, and pretty damn good gameplay as well. Something else I could say as well is it can be quite challenging. I played it on normal, but you die quite quickly, so you really have to really take care. You can't just go running out. You end up just dying so quickly. You've got to really take cover. Just really be careful. Because like I say, it could get quite challenging, especially later in the game. It's pretty damn difficult. I did get 2 game freezes while I was playing through it, so it's not too bad, I guess. I mean, it's a modern kind of game, so bloody games nowadays are all full of bugs and things. So yeah, 2 game freezes, but yeah, I didn't lose any progress or anything, or very little. you know. So yeah, Spec Ops: The Line, really good game, really recommend this one. Yeah, really fantastic stuff. Definitely play through it again. I was going to say it was like a 6 or 7 hour long game, but definitely worth it, guys. Really good stuff. Another PS3 game I started and I played through. In fact, it's not even a PS3 game, but it's remastered for PS3. I played through Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep on the Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 remix. Yeah, I always forget the name of that, but the 2.5 remix. I don't know why you can't call it a remaster, but never mind. But yeah, Birth by Sleep, I think it was a PSP game, I believe. Where you play as 3 different characters. You play as Ventus, Aqua and Terra. So I played as Ventus first. It looks a bit like Sora from, you know, just normal Kingdom Hearts, basically. It's even on the cover there. I don't know, that might be him. That could be bloody Roxas. I don't know, but he looks very similar to him anyway. I don't know whether it's... I think that'll be Roxas, that'll be Sora. That might be Terra. Not Terra, Ventus, sorry. That's Terra and that's Aqua. Yeah, I played as Ventus first because it looked like, you know, Sora. I thought it was going to be a bit more familiar. I would say Birth by Sleep, it's an alright game. You know, it's nowhere near as good as Kingdom Hearts 2. You don't have Donald and Goofy by your side, which in my opinion is part of the charm of Kingdom Hearts. So the fact it didn't have Donald and Goofy by your side, for me was, I don't know, it kind of felt like there's something missing. And there was, because Donald and Goofy are so fun to have, you know, alongside you. Whereas in this Birth by Sleep you're on your own most of the time. And like I said, I still think it's a good game. It's quite short compared to you know, Kingdom Hearts 2. I mean, each campaign will probably take like maybe, I don't know, 8 or 9 hours maybe, roughly. Maybe a bit longer if you do a little bit of grinding, which I had to do for some of the boss fights, especially the final boss. When I went to the final boss I was quite kinda under leveled, I felt, so I had to do a bit of grinding. In the Peter Pan level, the Neverland level, yeah, to get some experience, to basically have a chance of beating the final boss. So yeah, I think Ventus, the campaign I played for is Ventus. I think the first campaign is probably the best one. I felt Aqua, I did like Aqua's character, but I just felt the gameplay was a bit, you know, it was alright. I felt it was kind of lacking compared to Ventus's one. She was quite good with magic, which was kind of cool, but yeah, apart from that it wasn't anything mind-blowing. Terra was alright as well. I'd probably say it's my second favourite Birth by Sleep campaign. So yeah, they do change a little bit. They've got different bosses, slightly different things happen in the worlds, but you're basically going through the same worlds, but just different occurrences happen, different cutscenes, you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, Birth by Sleep, I do still think it's a good game. Nowhere near as good as Kingdom Hearts 2, as I said. I'm looking to play through Kingdom Hearts Recoded at some point. Maybe this year sometime, maybe. I believe it's like a remaster of a mobile game or something. So, you know, that could be interesting. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix, it's still a real good collection. Just for Kingdom Hearts 2 alone, I would recommend this. But the fact you get 2 other games, you know, in my opinion, is just a bonus, really. And you know, I've never had a PSP, so I was never going to play Birth by Sleep. So I'm glad I've had the chance to play it, and like I say, it's a good game. Would I play for it again? Maybe. But I'm more likely to play through Kingdom Hearts 2, because I love that game to pieces. It's my top 10 PS2 games of all time. But yeah, I did enjoy Birth by Sleep. I did think it was an alright game. Next PS3 game we've got is Call of Juarez Bound in Blood. So we go from a good game to kinda average game. Here's the back of that. So yeah, the Call of Juarez games are not really too well rated. Not many people seem to like Call of Juarez. And I can see why. The gameplay is super basic. You know, it does feel super cheap. You know, it's not really got much substance to it, as far as I'm concerned. This is apparently supposed to be the best one, as far as ratings go. I think this is the second game, I think. You've got Call of Juarez Bound in Blood, and then I think you've got Call of Juarez The Cartel, which I think's probably the lowest rated one, I think. Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to enjoy this. I went into it with, obviously low expectations because of the reviews. But I've got to say, I did like the characters. The two characters you can play as, Thomas and Ray. I feel like they were really, really good characters. They were quite humorous. Like, the banter between the two of them was quite funny. They were always criticising each other, but in a really, really funny way. And obviously, I like the locations. Obviously, like Western kind of games are good. They're kind of lacking nowadays. You don't really have too many. You've got Red Dead Redemption, Red Dead Revolver. You've got Gun. But there's not really that many Wild Wild West games out there, So yeah, it's kind of a genre that's lacking until we get another Red Dead Redemption or Red Dead Redemption remaster something like that at some point. Which I love. Red Dead Redemption was awesome. So was Gun. Gun was good as well. This nowhere near as good as those games. So I enjoyed the characters. Story was decent enough towards the end. But yeah, I just feel like the gameplay is super, super basic. It's just not really that fun. I like the quick draw thing you can do. You kill so many enemies and you get a quick draw thing where you can target loads of people at once and then just unleash with your pistols. I think that's only if you're playing as Thomas, I think. I think Ray's got... No, Thomas has got something where you flip your handgun back using the analog stick. Because I played as Ray most of the times. I think Ray, in my opinion, Ray was the more interesting character. And you didn't have to use this bloody rope thing, this lasso, that you had to use with Thomas, which was really bloody awkward to use. So yeah, I played as Ray most of the time. Actually, he did the quick draw thing with the pistols, which in my opinion was a lot more satisfying. But yeah, just like I say, it's a very, very average game. Good characters, decent enough story towards the end, but gameplay-wise, super, super basic. It's only like a 5 or 6 hour long game. You can get it really, really cheap nowadays. So, if you're curious, give it a shot, but just don't expect anything, major. And I got quite a few game crashes playing this. I think like 3 or 4 during the whole game. So I think it's quite prone to crashing. So yeah, but like I say, very average. But if you like Wild West games, feel free to give it a shot. Like I say, you get it for like £2 or £3. But just don't expect to like it too much. Right, so I think we'll take a break from PS3 games and we'll go on to the only PS2 game that is on this list. And it is Tekken 4. Putting screenshots at the back. Very colourful. Not a lot of information, but it's enough. Massive screenshots. But yeah, Tekken 4 guys, this was really the only Tekken game that I didn't, play through and unlock all the characters. So I really wanted to go back and, actually just wanted to play it for a little while, but ended up wanting to play through the whole game, unlock all the characters. In my opinion, it's a good game, gameplay-wise is really good. It's a good-looking game, for its time. From going from Tekken 3 to Tekken 4. But, the roster for me, it's really disappointing. There wasn't really that many people. I think there could be more characters in Tekken 3. I just feel like the roster was kind of lacking. And since when did you have to unlock Nina Williams? I think Nina Williams was like the 3rd or 4th character you unlocked. Nina Williams has always been, to my knowledge, a starting character. So that was really, really strange. But yeah, I just think it's kind of lacking. I mean, they added Combat instead of Mukujin. Bloody Combat. Who the bloody hell's Combat? He did the exact same thing as Mukujin. The wooden guy. He just copies people's moves. But yeah, why make Combat? Combat was pointless in my opinion. Combat was crap. I definitely preferred the wooden guy, Mukujin. But that could just be nostalgia. But yeah, I played through it, unlocked all the characters, and like I say, I really enjoyed myself. I thought it was a good game. Kind of lacking a big villain. I mean, what, Tekken 3 you had Ogre and True Ogre. Tekken 2 you had Devil. Kazuya Devil, which is bloody epic. Kazuya is one of my favourite Tekken characters. Who makes a return in this? That was one of the things I didn't really like about Tekken 3. Why did they take out Kazuya? Big Kazuya fan. Kazuya is such a badass villain. So yeah, they added Kazuya in this. But like I say, yeah, no real big like main enemy. You've got Heihachi was the main guy, and like the main villain, wearing a thong. Why? Yeah, they had him wearing a sumo wrestler thong. It was a joke. It was pathetic. Why? I don't know why they did that. You know, why not have, I don't know, True Ogre return or some devil kind of character? Why Heihachi in a thong? Why is that intimidating? It's creepy, but it's not really that intimidating. You know, you want a big monster as your main, you know, boss, basically. Even Kazuya would be a better main boss, you know. But I still think Tekken 4, it's a good game, definitely lacking in roster selection compared to like Tekken 3 and stuff. I'd probably still say it's one of my least favourite Tekken games. I would still say I prefer Tekken 5 and Tekken 6 and Tekken Tag Tournament, and definitely Tekken 2 and Tekken 3. But I still think this is a good game, guys. You know, if you've got a PS2 and you like Tekken, definitely pick it up. I'm definitely glad to have it. It's still a good game. Next we go back to the PS3 and another very, very mediocre game. I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt, and at the beginning I was kind of enjoying it a little bit. But as the game went on, it started getting more and more aggravating, more and more frustrating to play. And it is Dark Void. Probably like one of the cheapest games you can get on PS3 that's not a sports game. I wonder why. Rise up. I have to say I prefer College Juarez to this game. This is probably like the worst game I've played this year so far. Yeah, Dark Void, the only good thing about this game probably is the voice acting. The voice acting's pretty damn good. The main character is voiced by, is it Nathan North? Basically the guy that does the voice acting for Nathan Drake in the Uncharted series. Nathan Drake, you know, his voice actor is absolutely fantastic. You can really tell what he's feeling by the emotion in his voice, basically. He's just that kind of voice actor. So in my opinion, the voice acting in this game was really, really good. The two characters were really good, the guy you play as and his partner. You know, good characters, you know, but apart from that, the story wasn't anything, you know, interesting. The gameplay was really, really repetitive. You know, like flying around in jetpacks, which was really, really annoying, really difficult to control. Died so many times hitting walls just because I couldn't bloody control the jetpack. It's so awkward, it was really bloody awkward. So yeah, Dark Void, I just don't want to talk about this one too much. There's not that much to talk about. It's just a really, really mediocre game. It's probably not even mediocre, it's just bad. You know, I didn't want to, you know, totally criticise it, but it's bad. Like I say, the voice acting, it can't save this game. Even though it was good, some of the soundtracks were pretty decent as well, kind of like space kind of music, which, you know, it worked well with the game. You know, but it can't save how poor the gameplay is. So repetitive, so basic, so frustrating. Especially, like I say, the flying levels. Aggravating as hell. So yeah, Dark Void, not going to say much more about this. The game is pretty crap. Would I recommend it? Nope. But like I say, you can get it for £2. So again, if you're curious, you know, give it a shot. But yeah, it's pretty poor. People say it's like a 5-hour long game. This felt like a bloody 9-hour long game. This felt for me quite long because it was boring and aggravating, and I completed it in like 20 different sessions or something because I really couldn't play it for like longer than half an hour. So yeah, about 20 different sessions playing this game. Yeah, Dark Void, it's bad. Just don't buy it if I was you. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. This camera's starting to slip. So yeah, let's go on with the next PS3 game we've got here. Probably one of the best games I've completed. You know, it's probably one of the best games in this video. But we have Dante's Inferno for the PS3. Again, some really good screenshots of the back there. So yeah, Dante's Inferno. This game feels very much like God of War. And to be honest, that's probably why I like it. The gameplay for me feels really, really good. You know, like some of the enemy designs, in my opinion, were really, really good as well. It was like bloody creepy baby things that look like things out of Dead Space 2. You know, there's like baby things that were in the nursery kind of area. They're bloody creepy, like babies with like claws on their blooming hands. So yeah, some real good enemy designs, really nice looking, locations as you go through hell. Some really colourful locations and stuff. And like I say, gameplay absolutely fantastic. Really, really fun boss battles as well. Cutscenes, in my opinion, pretty damn interesting. Story, not too bad at all. Yeah, Dante's Inferno, I would say I'm a big fan of this game. Sadly, I completed this in about January, so I forgot quite a lot about the game. Again, that's one other reason why I couldn't do quick reviews and stuff. I'd have to watch videos and that to like jog my memory. That camera does not want to stay. I don't know what's wrong with it today. But anyway, guys, where the hell was I? I forgot, guys. I forgot. It's thrown me off. Yeah, what else can I say, guys? Like I say, I've not played it for a while, so I can't really, there's a lot of things I've probably forgot about the game. But in my opinion, really good gameplay. If you like God of War, I'd highly recommend this game. There's something else I could comment on. You find these, like, damn souls, I suppose you could say. Basically souls that have committed crimes. And, you get a reason why they committed crimes, and these, particular crimes, whether it be in jealousy or revenge or whatever. And you can choose whether you want to punish them or basically free them. Or absolve them, I think it's called. So yeah, basically punish them is basically the bad thing to do, and absolving them is like the good thing to do. So you have to choose whether you want to punish people or, absolve them. And depending on the amount of times you like punish people or absolve them, you get like different powers. So like punishment, you get like the bad, it's kind of like the bad path to take, I suppose you could say. So basically you get like some of the darker kind of moves. But yeah, in my opinion, guys, a really, really good game. If you play through the game, I think you get a new game plus where you keep all your abilities. So I don't know, I might play through the game again with the new game plus and basically unlock all the skills. So I'll have all the moves, But there's a pretty damn satisfying attack where you like fire crosses at people. It's kind of like your ranged attack. You fire like holy crosses. In my opinion, that looks absolutely fantastic. A really, really satisfying move. Rather than just using like a gun or a bow or something, you're firing off these like holy crosses. And in my opinion, it just looks bloody epic. It looks absolutely fantastic. And like I said, that decides to, in my opinion, the visuals. The visuals in this game are absolutely fantastic. So yeah, Dan, you can probably tell I'm a big fan of this game, even though I forgot quite a lot about the game. There's a few puzzles, nothing, too like frustrating. The ones where you go up and like upside down and stuff. So there's some interesting puzzles in there. Like I say, nothing too difficult. So that's a bonus for me because I hate puzzles in games. But yeah, in my opinion, Dante's Inferno, guys, if you like hack and slash games or God of War, I recommend this game. This game is fantastic. I think it gets kind of like average reviews. I think this game's underrated if that's the case. Really, really good game. It still holds about like £5 or £6, even though it's been out for quite a while. So I think it's maybe slightly more uncommon than other games. But even like £5 or £6, definitely recommend it, guys. Really, really good game. So we get on to the PS1 games now, guys, and these are both the same genre. These are platformers, and one I liked, and one I don't know. I'm very, very mixed about. So we'll get the one I'm mixed about first. And I did want to complete this game. I've wanted to complete this one for many, many years because I'm a fan of the movie. I really, really enjoyed the movie. It's one of my favourite Disney Pixar movies, probably. Not on my top 5 rank, but still, I really, really enjoyed it. And the game is A Bug's Life. Yes, I finally plucked up the courage to play for this game. So the thing that was really put me off about this game for so long is the controls. I hated the controls. I thought the game was really, really difficult to play. It was awkward to play. And to be honest, to a certain degree, I still agree with that. It is still pretty damn awkward to control and play. But these screenshots, flip looks dragged in a screenshot there. But yeah, good looking screenshots, not gonna lie, pretty damn eye-catching. But yeah, like I say, the main problem with this game is Flick. He controls like ass. He controls so badly, it's not even funny. The camera doesn't even help, and the camera screws you over, like zooms in every now and again, it gets all muddled up. And yeah, it just really takes a bit of getting used to. I mean, I didn't dislike the whole game. I did kind of like the beginning bit when you're in like the ant caves. It was all right. Then you get to, is it Bug City? or Bug Island, Bug City I think it is, when you're looking for the warrior bugs, what goes to find warrior bugs, holy flipping hell, those levels were so difficult to, navigate. They were quite big, like open levels, and the fact that the draw distance is really bad, so you can't really see anything for quite a distance. You just see things pop up as you get closer. In my opinion, it was just really, really difficult to navigate, and it took quite a while to get through those levels because they were really bloody annoying. I'd say really confusing. I wouldn't mind if there was only a couple of them, but I think there's 4 of them, 4 or 5 different levels at Bug City, and there's bloody annoying levels, I tell you. But then the game does get better as as you get near the end, when you're basically you climb up this plant thing or tree. I think you climb up a tree looking for the young ants. Dot and what I can't remember what you call them. There is a name for them, but yeah, Dot and the younger ants. You've got to save them by climbing up this tree. Probably one of my favourite levels in the game. It was quite easy to basically find out where you're going. It was quite when you knew what you were doing. But yeah, you're saving them so they basically can go and get inside the burrow that they made, so they can scare off Hopper. So yeah, you've got to rescue them, but I cannot remember their names. Blueberries, that might be their name. The young ants. Yeah, blueberries. I think that's their name. Something I didn't like about this game is all these different seeds you had to do. You had to plant these seeds, and all these seeds had different plants that had different ways of helping you. You had a seed that had or spawned a bouncing mushroom. You had one that basically spawns bombs, bombs any enemies nearby. I don't know. I mean, it'd be alright in small doses, but the fact you have to use these seeds so many times throughout the whole game, especially the bouncing mushrooms and things. Like I say, the game's just very, very average. Yeah, I'd say the main fault's the camera and the controls and the plotting of the seeds. Apart from that, the soundtrack's decent enough. The locations, do feel like the locations in the movie, which is, in my opinion, is a good thing. The boss fights weren't very good. They were quite easy, and then Hopper at the end was bloody annoying. You had to navigate these awkward platforms and stuff to try and hit Hopper, and it was bloody annoying, But yeah, I would just say it's a very, very average game. It's just not that great. I mean, if you like platforms or you like, movie tie-in games, maybe give it a shot. But in my opinion, very, very, very average game. Not really a game I'm going to be in a hurry to play through again. To be honest, even though I love the film, the games, it's very, very average. So yeah, Bugs Life. Still glad to have played through it finally. It's probably a really short game if you know what you're doing. But for me, it felt like it took ages. So yeah, Bugs Life. Okay, so we're down to our last 2 games, guys. We've got a PS3 game and a PS1 game. So I'm going to go with the PS3 game. Save one of the best games to last. Spoiler alert, it's one of my favourite games in this list. But yeah, go with the PS3 game first, and it is Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. So yeah, as far as the Prince of Persia series go, I'm not a huge fan of it. I mean, I played through the Sands of Time, and I did kind of enjoy it, but I feel like these games get repetitive really, really quickly. I like the characters in these games, especially Sands of Time. The interaction between Prince and Farah. It was always really, really entertaining. But in my opinion, this game's actually really, really good. I was really surprised by how much I enjoyed this game. There was actually one point I played this game for 3 hours straight. And, for me that's actually really, really rare. Considering I could only play Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time for maybe an hour, an hour max. And the fact that I played this for 3 hours was really surprising. And that kind of indicates a good game, a game that can grip you like that. For me, the location of this game are pretty damn good. I like the gameplay. The gameplay is definitely improved compared to the Sands of Time. There's a lot more, there's a lot more moves and stuff you can do. It feels a lot more, fun. And having more moves obviously makes the game, in my opinion, a lot less repetitive. Again, that's one of the things I had against Sands of Time. I thought the combat was really, really repetitive. Not bad, but repetitive. In this game, definitely improved on the combat. The platforming again can get repetitive as well. It's basically these different like things you can do, like you can like freeze ice, which is an interesting thing. You can like freeze like waterfalls and stuff, so you can run up them, which was kind of an interesting thing. I liked it until they like overused it. I feel like they used that like way too much. You know, it was alright, you know, for a little while. It was kind of unique. It felt quite fresh. But then the fact that you're doing that throughout a lot of the game, it kind of lost its like appeal. You know, when I first like started doing that, I was like, oh, this is bloody awesome. But yeah, like I say, they definitely overused the whole freezing the water thing. Like I say, you're doing it throughout most of the game, and it definitely lost its appeal. It did feel a little bit, you know, repetitive and kind of like forced in. And just with the sands of time, the voice actor for the Prince, in my opinion, is really good. You know, in my opinion, he's a really good voice actor. He does definitely add to the character of the Prince. Yeah, it's kind of like a cocky, arrogant kind of character, but you know, he's cocky and arrogant, but in a likable way. You know, it'd be different if he's cocky and arrogant and you can't stand him. He's cocky and arrogant, but he's definitely likable as well. But yeah, guys, overall, I would say with this game, I was pleasantly surprised. I thought this game was pretty damn good. My favourite Prince of Persia so far. I need to play for some of the other games like War of Revenge, Two Thrones. I need to get Prince of Persia, the cel-shaded one. I think it's just called Prince of Persia, which might have been after this. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really know the whole Prince of Persia timeline, to be honest. But yeah, in my opinion, this game was really good. Highly recommend it, and like I say, pleasantly surprised. Okay, so that brings us to our last game, guys. I actually forgot there's a game I have actually played through, but I've played through it before, so I might add that at the end, we'll see. But anyway guys, yeah, we get on to the last game that I've completed for the first time, and it's a PS1 game, platformer. Again, this series I'm not really too big into. I mean, I've played a few of the games. I played the first one, I've completed one on the PS4, and I've got some PS2 games, like the third game, and a remake of this game, and a racing game in this series, and I couldn't complete the first game because it was too hard. So there's your clues. What PS1 game could it be? And it is Rayman 2: The Great Escape for the PS1. What a game. What a bloody game. This game is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely love this game. What can I say? So glad I've completed it. Even though I don't think this is supposed to be like the superior version, but this is the version I wanted to play through. I've got, like say, Rayman Revolution on the PS2, which is a remake of this game. Which I think is supposed to be better, like, you know, gameplay wise and stuff. But I think the voice acting and stuff's supposed to be better in this game. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. But yeah, Rayman 2: The Great Escape. I wanted to play through this because, you know, I was some big PS1 fan. So yeah, I thought this version would probably be more appropriate for me to start off with. But yeah, this game, guys, really good stuff. Like I say, I couldn't complete the first Rayman because in my opinion it was just too difficult. I could probably complete it if I practiced it, but I just couldn't be bothered with it. I thought the game was bloody frustrating to play. Whereas this game's actually like, extremely lenient, I think, with like your health. I think I only got like game over like twice. Like I say, it's really like lenient. If you like fall on a pit, you just lose like a tiny bit of health and get like respawned from like where you fell off. So yeah, super lenient, but that's probably like one of the reasons why I absolutely love this game. It was, you know, it wasn't too frustrating to play. It did have some tough moments when you're like flying on a rocket and stuff, which I didn't really like too much. I felt it kind of controlled quite badly. But yeah, there's just so many different things to like about this game. It's got an absolutely fantastic soundtrack, really good stuff. It's got really good level design. You know, it's got, you know, a wide variety of different types of levels, you know, different locations and stuff, which work really well. Obviously the characters, in my opinion, are really good. Rayman's a good character. The teensies are funny as ever. Yeah, just some really good characters. You know, voice acting, in my opinion, is pretty good as well. It's quite funny. You know, maybe it's not good, but it's funny to listen to. You know, it definitely adds to the game's charm. And you know, the story's kind of dark in a way. You know, pirates have kidnapped like teensies and stuff and like made them slaves. You know, so it's definitely got kind of like a dark kind of story to it. I did kind of like the character Razorbeard. I thought it was a decent enough, you know, villain. I didn't like his fight at the end. I thought it was kind of repetitive. Just, I didn't really like it too much. I thought it was kind of a letdown. You know, building up to that final fight, and it just wasn't really that good. But cause I did like his character. For me, some real memorable levels, like the one when you're in the swamps and you're like jet skiing using a snake. You obviously like tied to the snake and you're like going around the swamp. Really good level. That's probably one of my favourite levels. And then you've got a really, really memorable level in the Cave of Bad Dreams. What a level. Really, really unique level. Kind of creepy level. Good soundtrack. It's definitely got like a creepy kind of soundtrack going on. A little bit of a spoiler, but there's a bit where you're getting chased by a spider, which is bloody scary. It kind of just came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it, and then you're getting chased by a spider with this really like creepy music going on, like dun 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 dun. Really bloody good soundtrack. I've actually got that on my phone now, along with Cave of Bad Dreams. So I've got some of the soundtracks on my phone. So I really like the soundtrack in this game. This game's soundtrack was epic. So yeah guys, Rayman 2, absolutely fantastic. I don't think I really need to say much more. This game gets a lot of praise. I just couldn't get into Rayman 3 and that back in the day. I mean, I'll probably give it another shot. But I don't know why I just couldn't really get into Rayman 3 very much. But yeah, since I love this, I'm definitely looking to play through Rayman, you know, Revolution anyway, which is obviously the best game, but better apparently. In some ways, not in voice acting stuff, but apparently like level design stuff supposed to be more open. There's like more exploration stuff you can do. But yeah, Rayman 2 guys, what can I say? Phenomenal game. Really, really good game. Loved it. Loved it to death. So anyway guys, yeah, that is basically the games I've completed. Sorry for the really long video. I did think it'd be long, but maybe not quite this long. I do kind of like to ramble, don't I? So yeah, I do hope you guys have enjoyed. So I might try and do this every month, or every month and a half. Depends how many games I complete. Maybe if I complete maybe 4 games or something, maybe, which I usually struggle to do because, like I say, I play so many different bloody games at once. So it does take me a little bit longer to, you know, play through games. But yeah, guys, I really enjoyed making this. I'll tell you another game that I completed. So I was watching a stream from Jay from the Game Busters UK. He was streaming on Twitch, and he was playing this game for a little while. I was watching like some of his streams of this game, and it really, really encouraged me to go back and play it again. I don't know about you guys, but I get like that if I watch like streams or let's plays of games that I've not played for a while. Sometimes I watch them and I'm like, you know, I kind of fancy playing that game again, because I haven't played this game for, you know, quite, you know, a couple of years, I would say. And it was Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. Easily my favourite Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. This game's phenomenal. Forbidden Memories, I used to like it back in the day. Now I still like it in a way, but it's so bloody grindy. It's just not a huge amount of fun to play. But in my opinion, this game is a lot easier. It's a lot more fair. In my opinion, you get like better cards, like easier. And yeah, just a really, really good game. I loved the whole tactical aspect of it, how you like move around the board and stuff. It's a lot more advanced to, like say, Forbidden Memories. I played through both stories, both Settles and Yugi's. I played Settles first. That's the way I usually do it because, I don't know, I feel like that's the easiest way to do it, because when you're like with Yugi, you're like, I don't know, you've got like quite a few different like tough fights with like Pegasus, you've got the Labyrinth Ruler, that Darkness Ruler guy is bloody tough as well. But when you play a Settles side, I don't really think there's too many really tough opponents. I mean, there's Mai Valentine, who's bloody tough. You know, she's got really bloody strong monsters. I would say her and the guy in the ocean's quite hard. Is it Mako? The guy you fight in the sea? He's quite tough because obviously it's in his terrain. And he's got like a whole load of quite, you know, strong like sea monsters. Obviously Yugi's quite tough, but by the time you get to Yugi, you've got like so many good cards that you can, you know, take down Yugi without too many troubles. But yeah, like I say, just really, really enjoyed playing this game again. I did get, like I say, a few troubles with Mai and Pegasus especially. Those two bloody duos are bloody tough. I'd probably say, especially Mai, because like when you like say on a footer, I had like really like mediocre kind of cards. But yeah, obviously Pegasus is tough because he's got so many blooming spells and stuff. And obviously he's blooming got like Pirate Dragon and stuff that he uses on his toon terrain. So but yeah, like I said, really enjoyed playing this game again. Really brought back why I like the game. Kind of reminded me why I enjoyed this game so much back in the day. This game's a real blast to play. Absolutely love this game. So yeah, I thought I would add that. I wasn't really going to add anything to this that I've completed previously, but I thought I would add that. Okay, so I'm recording this almost a week later. There's always that one game that I forget, whether it be a pickup video or a game's completed video. There's always one game I end up bumming forgetting, and that is Gears of War 1 for an Xbox 360. So for those of you who don't know, I do have an Xbox 360. Stars Gaming got me it for my Christmas, which was very much appreciated. Got me an Xbox, the console, the controller, and some games to go with it. So yeah, I did end up playing through Gears of War 1. This was the first, and at the moment it's still the only Xbox 360 game that I've completed. I've got Gears of War 2 as well, but I've not started it yet. I'm currently playing through Crackdown and Forza Motorsport 3. And for the first Xbox game that I played, I've got to say this was a really good place to start. I thought this game was really good actually. I loved the way the game looked. The way the game played was really good as well. Yeah, it ran pretty damn smooth. I would say the story and characters, I mean they were alright. I wouldn't say I'm massively into the characters and the story, but for what it was, say the gameplay for me was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, really enjoyed this one. I've got to say it was pretty damn tough. Yeah, there was some section that took me quite a while to get past, because I played it on which I think was the normal difficulty, but apparently people say even the normal difficulty is quite hard. So yeah, I did play through it on that. So I struggled away through it at some points, but I didn't get frustrated with the game. I thought the challenge in this game was quite welcoming. I thought it was quite good. It kind of encouraged me to play better. So yeah, Gears of War, for my opinion so far, I've got a good first impression with the series. I'm definitely looking forward to playing through the second and third game, and then there might be another one. Actually, I'm not 100% sure. I think there's more than 3 on the 360. There might be a spin-off one. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, Gears of War, guys, real excited, really good game, and yeah, I can't believe I forgot to add it into my games I've recently completed. So yeah, Gears of War, real good game, and definitely looking forward to playing more. So anyway guys, yeah, I thought I would add this on at the end, rather than wait for my next games I've recently completed. Sorry my voice is a bit rough today as well. I think I've got a bit of a cold or something. So but yeah guys, I hope you've enjoyed this games I've recently completed. Let me know what you think of any of these games, or let me know what you've been playing recently. Let me know what you've completed recently, if you want, and give a little thoughts on them. And yeah, I'll catch you all in the next videos. See you guys. Thank you very much for watching.